Maruti Suzuki's People Technology presents Suzuki Connect with Navigate to Car and many other features.
Watch more, feel more. Dell.
Scotland blown away by India, then not for the first time, bowled out in double digits in this Super 12 stage of the ICC T20 World Cup. Let's look back at that fine bowling effort that saw three apiece to Mohammad Shami and Ravindra Jadeja, and two to Jasprit Bumrah. That also makes him India's most prolific wicket taker in T20I cricket. This is Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Timeout, powered by Dell. Peter Borren and Ajit Agarkar, who wouldn't mind having a bowl today on a good day for India's bowlers. Ajit.
Yeah, very good. I mean, they're all good bowlers, good quality bowlers. Early wicket always helps. And it's not the first time Scotland has been disappointing with the bat in this. With three out of the four games, they've struggled with the bat. So, yeah, disappointing batting performance. India very good. And rightly have put themselves in a position where they can certainly look to improve on their net run rate if it does come to that. The first part, India's done really well. The bowlers have certainly got the job done.
Yeah, I mean the gulf was there to be seen, Peter, between the two sides. It doesn't help, does it, when an associate team is bundled out like that? And we keep saying it again and again. Scotland are a better team than this, surely, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are. My main takeaway from that innings, though, of course, disappointment in terms of Scotland, or from an associate perspective, perhaps, but it was the ruthless quality of the Indian attack. And Scotland got away to a little bit of a start after 4 overs. They were 25 for one after Munzi had played a few shots. If we look at that innings and the fact that they've made 86 or whatever it was, I'd have to say that the wicket of Munzi was crucial for Scotland, and that getting out the first ball of the sixth over or second ball there against Shami, the slower ball. If he gets away, because he's always going to go that over, being the sixth over. If he'd got away there a little bit more, then they would have probably been on to a more competitive total. Of course, they would still have had to have dealt with Jadeja through the middle and on a track like this. And when you haven't faced much of it, it's tough. But I think that was obviously the crucial moment in that innings and the reason why they've got so few.
These are the sort of games that Ravindra Jadeja would relish as well. He can run through his overs, bowl straight, gets wickets, troubles batters. Ajit makes a strong case for Jadeja personally in the T20I squad. There may be those that still are in debate on where he fits in. He certainly fits it in this team with Hardik's bowling in question. But going forward, Jadeja's performances like this perhaps do his name some good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to take everything into perspective as well. I mean, he's such a difficult bowler because of the accuracy that he has. He doesn't give you anything. It's straight. So every now and then, if there is a bit of grip, then he's as threatening a bowler as there is in the world. If it does grip the surface on flat pitches, sometimes against good teams, if he's your fifth bowler, he's had his challenges. But today he didn't give anything to the Scottish batsman. I think every time he was straight, he was fast, varied his pace quite well. Couple of them didn't pick the length up, and there wasn't. I mean, it did grip a little bit, but there wasn't a lot in the pitch, and he still was good enough to bowl economically, but pick up wickets. So yeah, good positive performance from that from all Indian bowlers actually. They've had a fun day.
Yeah, they have had a fun day. Bumrah as well becomes India's leading wicket taker. Ajit, you think there'll be a few more to come though?
Yeah, I think so. I think, and I'm glad they're starting with him because even if he doesn't get the wickets, he certainly gets the opening batsman thinking a little bit. Slower ball was used quite a bit. It's one of the more difficult slow balls to pick because of the arm speed and the uniqueness in his action a little bit, and gets the dip as well. So used it as really well. And someone who has the pace that Bumrah has, that slow ball always becomes very effective. It was good again, like he has been throughout this competition. First couple of results didn't go India's way, but Bumrah was still good in those games as well. So just continues doing what he does, and no surprise that he sits at the top of the T20 wickets at the moment.
Yeah, and started off with an important wicket of Kyle Coetzer. We have to admit, Peter, comes in with a big reputation, certainly in associate cricket, averages over 40, I think, in one-day international cricket. It's a disappointing performance from Kyle Coetzer with bat in this tournament, hasn't it?
It has been. He had that finger injury that he picked up in Oman. I don't think that's helped him, but he has been out of sorts. He's looked out of sorts. He's not. His technique's looking a little bit funny actually. He's sort of playing from the crease and getting beaten through the gate. World class bowling, of course. His average of 40 would have been perhaps against lesser sides, and he's been showing up a little bit. He's got one more game, and that's not going to be easy either. The last game against Pakistan. So he's not the only one in that batting lineup. I've talked up Barrington, and oh my goodness,
Yes.
I think he's averaging 8 or something, and he's probably their best player. I mean, all in all, as you started with, it's been disappointing so far. They'll be gutted. This was really their opportunity, and in saying that, they're not the only team in this World Cup who have struggled. Yeah, I think we've seen an awful lot of one-sided games and a lot of teams being bowled out, and they're not the only team. And I'm not sure if it's conditions or what it is going. It's been some very good bowling, but it's certainly the Scottish guys and their best players, or the guys deemed to be their best players. It's a shame. They'll still learn a lot from this, but they haven't shown their best, and that's been a real shame. They've only got one more opportunity, and hopefully they do so then.
Absolutely. Yeah, fair to point out, remind our viewers, of course, Bangladesh bowled out for 84 and 73. The West Indies have been bowled out for 55. So it's not really about just associate cricket. We've seen a lot of one-sided games from a few disappointing batting efforts. India will be looking to finish this off quickly, Ajit. For whatever it's worth, they need to do their things right, get that net run rate boosted as much as they possibly can, and then keep their fingers crossed when New Zealand play Afghanistan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at least they're doing the things that they are supposed to do. I mean, other results and situations are not in their hand. Great opportunity to go hard, and this is, even if you lose a couple of wickets, it's not really going to matter, because 85 you're going to get with that Indian batting lineup. I mean, you expect them to go hard, and it's an opportunity to see what happens if they improve their net run rate. They still have one more game, which is a very winnable game where they can improve it further. So a great opportunity for India tonight.
Do we see something fancy if an early wicket falls, Ajit, or something different? Hardik Pandya was looking at a net run rate card, I think, just as he was walking off the field. Is there a case for somebody else to come up at 3, Pant or Pandya ahead of Kohli, to try and knock this off fast?
Yeah, I don't think it would be a bad idea because of the way that those two bat. Maybe someone like a Pant would be interesting. Left arm spinner bowling as well. Uh, India would be hoping the top to do it, because they'll score very quickly if they do. But there is a real case of both those guys, if not one, walking out at 3 and 4. Surya Kumar Yadav is not too far behind; he scores quickly. So you've got to go with your best options, who are going to start and score very quickly.
Early wicket, Peter Borren, who would you send out? Hardik, Pant, Surya Kumar, or just Virat Kohli?
Well, I love to watch Sky, so I hope that he comes out, because he's for me. I mean, he's obviously a proper batsman, but he's not going to hold back. He's aggressive. I think for India, the fact that this is 86, it probably shouldn't take them too long, no matter what they do. I think actually net run rate, they've got Namibia next. There's every chance that they're going to get ahead of Afghanistan, because Afghanistan, you remember, they have to maintain that net run rate against New Zealand. That's going to have to be a strong win for Afghanistan against New Zealand just to maintain that. So they're going to come down. I think India in the next 2 games will probably catch them anyway. So that'll come down to that New Zealand-Afghanistan game.
Absolutely. Of course, worth reminding, we know it already, but India have the advantage of playing the last league fixture, or the last Super 12 fixture of this group. So they'll know exactly what they need against Namibia on Monday. Let's pick this up. It's an inevitable end in a few overs, you think, for India, but for something miraculous, which is you can never put too far away in sport. Ajit Agarkar, Peter Borren, we will chat after the India chase, which you think shouldn't take along with the sort of batting form they hit in the last game. And with due respect to Scotland's bowling, it's just 86. Join us then on Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Timeout, powered by that.
Maruti Suzuki's People Technology presents Suzuki Connect with Navigate to Car and many other features.
Watch more, feel more, Dell.